Hi, welcome to Cutscene. If you're doing this right, you're about to hear three assholes who really thought they were getting into something good and ended up in some meh. I'm Eric.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to Cutscene by I Beat It First.
And much like the androgynous, trap main character this show has brought us, this show is a lot more than what we thought it was going to be.
And also a lot less.
Also a lot less.
You're a boy?
You're a boy?
Prepare to hear a lot of that, everybody.
Man alive.
I'm a real boy.
For those of you that don't know, for our fourth anime, we are watching Knights and Magic. So we are going through episodes 1 through 4 of Knights and Magic. This can be found on Crunchyroll and Funimation, as well as VRV, which is basically Crunchyroll. But you can find it there if you want to watch the sub there, dub on Funimation. Before we get started, let's have Jason do our blog roll.
I was really excited about this one, but yes, as Eric did say, we are I Beat It First. You can find us at ibeatitfirst.com. We are doing, this is our anime segment. We also have a special video game podcast that we do as well, self-titled I Beat It First. Check us out. We don't do any publications, any kind of promotions, anything like that. We all just rely on you guys. So please, please, please send us your emails, send us your comments, send us your thoughts, and rate and review us wherever you can.
And
Twitter,
subscribe.
And subscribe as well, because obviously who wouldn't want to subscribe to this awesome shit? And please...
Well, for the next 3 episodes, it may or may not be awesome.
If this is the episodes you decided to start on, you've made a horrible error. Although I don't know which one's going to be better.
You should go back and start on Asobi Asabase. No, you should not go start on Asobi Asabase.
No, don't do that either. Don't do that either. Erased.
No.
Just go do Erased.
Yeah, just go all the way back to Erased, then skip Asobi Asabase, and then you can move forward to the third one. It was all right.
It's pretty bad that is the all right one so far of what we've done.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe this one will surprise us. Anyway, send us emails for suggestions on some better anime. Anything at I Beat It First. Cutscene at I Beat It First. Jason, Eric, Chris. Doesn't matter. At I Beat It First. Send us your ideas, reviews, anything you think that we should watch next. Feel free to hit us up on Twitter as well, on Pandora, on anything that you can possibly think of. Chris's Grindr account, got to make sure to mention that.
Yep.
We're always looking forward to hear about your good ideas and your good suggestions. We want to hear from you. So, yeah.
All right, so as we've talked about before, the first anime that we watched, Erased, was a horror, or not a horror, but a suspense murder mystery. Second one was a weird, crazy, slice-of-life, cringy anime called Asobi Asabase. Third one was one of the highest ranked horror and kind of fell a little flat on the horror and gore, but another. And now, Knights and Magic, which we were looking for a fantasy or a mecha, and we found both. So we thought that, why not both? What could possibly go wrong if you have both?
What could possibly
go wrong? Well, let me tell you something.
What could possibly go right?
I'll read you the plot, and then you can tell me if it sounds good or not. This should have been a keynote to us, but we thought, oh no, maybe it's just a bad plot write-up. Knights and Magic is set in a world where medieval knights use giant robots called silhouette knights to fight against demon beasts, magical ravenous animals that devour everything in sight. The protagonist is Tsubasa Kurata, a mecha otaku from Japan who gets killed in a car accident. Tsubasa is reincarnated in his new parallel world as Ernesti Echavalier, a boy born in a noble family. Tsubasa's previous otaku memories inspire Ernesti into creating his own silhouette knights in order to defend his kingdom. It sounds okay.
Bad. Yeah. It's just all right, yeah, whatever. It's following the trend of someone's dying somewhere and going to a fanfic land, whatever. Who gives a crap?
Yeah, that same trope that has been going on for years in anime right now.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely following the same lines. Everything right down to the core of it. So much so that they literally rushed through that first episode. It's just you've seen this all before. Who gives a fuck? Move on.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
3 years later. Fastest death ever.
I want to be a boy. I want to be a real boy. I want to be the best mech pilot ever. Get in the fucking pilot, Shinji. It just went fucking fast.
Oh my god, it's robots!
You didn't
robots,
love my
what's
mother.
that?
Oh wait, wrong anime.
Wrong anime. We don't know yet. There's some definite crossbreeding going on so far. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't sound horrible. I was kind of looking forward to this one a lot. I was like, you know what? Maybe this will be the new anime that I've been looking for. That'll be just fun and who cares and great. Because Erased, we'd all seen before. So
Yeah.
I was really hoping that with this whole cutscene, we'd discover something that's just like, holy shit, this is like great. And
How did I miss this?
how did I miss this? Yeah. And 4 episodes in, not looking so great.
Here's the big problem. The biggest problem is that so far, while we've been recording all these episodes, we've started and finished other anime that we all binged or just were like, all right, well, yeah, no, it's still going on and the season's not going to be over by the time that we get to the new one, so I guess I'll just keep watching it. Like
This is true.
that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Which is this anime, but better.
Yes. It's this anime on steroids and also with a facelift.
And also an androgynous main character.
Yes, but they at least poke fun about the fact that he did it.
Right.
Anywho, let's get started on the very first episode, which, by the way, every one of these episode titles is blank and blank. It's like they had a dartboard and they just threw darts at it and they're like, okay, episode 1, robots and fantasy. All right, that's it.
That kind of works. But remember, like in like the late or maybe early 2000s, like every anime was just like some 2-word combination that made no sense, like pumpkin scissors. Like who gives who the fuck thought that was like a great anime title name?
I think that's a great anime title name.
No, it's not. What the fuck does that even mean?
Scissors for cutting pumpkins, duh.
Yeah, it's what they would always like call like their group. We're the pumpkin scissors. Just like, okay.
No, it's there's
Sure.
scissors. The handles are like where you put your hands in. It's shaped like a pumpkin.
Sure. That'd
Sure.
make more sense than what they used it for in the show. Anyway, I agree.
Anyways,
Yeah.
episode 1, Robots and Fantasy. Tsubasa Kurata, a company programmer and a mecha model fan, is killed in a car accident. Tsubasa is reincarnated as a young boy named Ernesti Echavalier in the Fremavilia Kingdom in a world where magic exists. The best part is that it says magic exists. I'm reading this from the Wikipedia. I love finding grammatical errors in Wikipedia. After witnessing his father, Matthias, defeating a demon beast in a mech called Silhouette Knight, Eru is motivated to become a Silhouette Knight pilot.
Oh, that was his dad?
So that he too, yes, you didn't realize that? So that he too can ride one as well. During his magic training, which he excels, he befriends the twins, Altrude, Addy, and Arkid, Kid, Ulter, and also teaches his magic skills. When the trio finally enrolled in... Wow, God, this is so much.
You're like reading the whole thing.
Yeah, this is the entire show.
This is how much shit is in the first episode. When they finally enrolled in the Halia Academy, directed by Eru's grandfather, Eru learns he cannot pilot a Silhouette Knight as he is too young and short, but is allowed to skip to the middle school classes after impressing the teachers with his power, thanks to his gunblade magic rod to compensate a magic rod's short-range abilities.
Oh, which pissed me right the fuck off.
Oh, yeah. As Eru becomes 12 years old, he joins a class training trip between the middle and high school students at Cloquet Forest and meets Stefania Sarati, the Alter's older half-sister, who the siblings share a complicated relationship since Addy and Kid are illegitimate children. Later that night, the class camp is attacked by a swarm of demon beasts, which Eru, Addy, and Kid rescue Stefania and the rest of the students with help from the high school seniors riding Silhouette Knights. Elsewhere, a surviving Silhouette Knight battles a giant demon beast tortoise.
So,
all that happened in
yeah.
the first fucking episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go from this kid has his face like nose deep in his mom's snatch.
No,
to
not even
the
that.
most powerful.
They
like,
start out
magic
in
dude.
present day Japan.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So my very first thing, the first thing that you hear from this, and I had to write this down, is engineers complaining about sales. That never happens. And then they show them at like the model store, and they just keep showing all these mecha models, and I'm just looking at them like, Japan gets all the best models. I remember making models when I was like in my early 20s, like making Gundam models and shit like that, and in my like late teens, and they all sucked, the ones that made it over here. They
Yeah,
get
we
the
had like
best
the
ones.
crappy ones. They were like, no one's gonna pay that much for those over here. Little did they know. We had little otakus over here ready to shell out cash.
Do you know how much fucking money I would have wasted if we got the good ones here when I was in my early 20s, man?
I know. When I had money and time, I would have like wasted all kinds.
You know how much money I wasted on Warhammer 40K, for Pete's sake? They were stupid not thinking that we would spend that fucking money.
Yeah, we're consumer whores. Come on, Japan.
And how?
And how?
Chris,
But
are
yeah.
you a consumer whore?
You know it.
How's that seat watch going? Anyway.
The teal green driving sim rig that you have?
No, I'm not big into consuming things. I don't need.
I'm totally not PC Master Race, man.
Nope.
So he gets hit by a car. So all this happens in what, like 45 seconds or so?
Yeah, 45
He's,
seconds.
like,
They all talk
showing
about
his-
how they love him as a programmer. Oh, man,
Yeah.
he's the best.
They're showing his great programming skills, and then he gets hit by a car. And by God, that was a lot of flowers at his grave, or at his funeral.
Because
Like,
he's the best programmer.
I know so
Oh, yeah.
many flowers.
Because now they're gonna miss all their deadlines.
Yeah, this is true. They're all like in deep mourning.
Holy
And they
shit!
buried him with his models, too.
Yes. Well, and
It's what he
when
would have wanted.
When he dies, his only regrets were not being able to build his new models that he just bought and all the future models that came out. That's literally all that he said.
It's his hobby.
Which, by the way, the very beginning portion of that time I got reincarnated as a slime, so much better. Delete my browser history. Oh,
Take my computer
man.
and throw it in the tub.
Yeah. Don't try this at home, folks.
Unless you die, then do whatever the fuck you want.
So, yes, now all you do is you see this little boy with his face buried in his mom's crotch.
Yeah.
Took me a while to be like, I guess that's him, but they're not really saying anything.
Well, yeah, they were showing like the grandfather, and then they showed the mom, and you actually didn't even see his head like in her lap for like a minute or two, and then of course all the beasts are giant bugs. Yay!
Not all of them, but yeah, it was like, lazy design.
Super lazy design. The laziest of design. So they put, oh yay, giant bugs, and then ooh, giant flying scorpion. Yay!
I mean, they did call them magic beasts.
No, they're not magic beasts. They're even worse than that. They're demon beasts.
Oh, demon beasts, yeah. They're demons. No, they're beasts. They're demons.
Demon
guys.
Nice. They're
They're
demon
demon
beasts.
beasts.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You're so smart.
The best programmer ever.
What's better than a demon? What's better than a beast? A demon beast.
I got a demon. I got a beast.
No. 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 2016 called. It said, get the fuck out of here.
That was amazing.
Oh my god. Okay, so one of the cool things that you did see out of this was they basically had what looked like piston controls instead of like what you normally see for mechs. Like it's this giant piston that the guy had, and he like pushed it forward. And he's like, "More power!" And then
Sure.
he crushed the demon beast. Sure, that's that's what I gathered it was.
Yeah, I mean it's different. The idea, I was really curious. I was like, all right, how are they gonna make this all happen? And they do a decent job of explaining some of it, but it's still just like it's because magic.
It's magic. Oh yeah, it's
magic's
totally
doing it.
magic.
It's
That's
magic.
all it is magic.
And guess what? The magic's just like programming.
Oh,
Yeah.
that I was just like, this is the worst. That was I think the defining moment when I was just like, oh my god, this magic's just like programming. It's just like, oh,
Programmers
shut
are
up.
magicians.
Yeah. This fire spell's just like C++.
Well, this ice spell is like C#. Ha!
I can freeze in Python. The worst. Just obviously, it was just like we should make
it's
like
just
some
his wet
otaku wet dream. Yep, exactly. Yep.
So then the dad's the one that's piloting the giant silhouette knight, and he jumps out, and the kid runs to the mech and starts hugging the mech.
He's like, oh,
Which-
robots. Robot? What's a robot?
Yeah,
That
what's
is
a
the best
robot?
part. That is the best part. They're just like, what the fuck's a robot?
They keep asking that too. What is a robot? But yeah, oh man, that whole thing, like, I really wish that they kept with the internal voice, but they kind of did the Tanya the Evil thing where it's like the male voice or the older voice only stuck with it for like 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
then after that, it's
It was
all
like-
the younger.
Just to establish that this is the same person. Now move on.
No, move on. Although, again, another anime that did this better, the Saga of Tanya the Evil, did this way better.
This is very true. That was a great show too.
But she was also a Nazi.
In a different dimension.
That's true. They weren't technically considered Nazis because they were in a different dimension. Oh, and it was World War One.
Right.
That's right. It was. They weren't.
They're still Nazis though. So
No, they were fascists.
that's right. They're still fascist.
Nazis came in World War Two.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Are we the baddies?
So, anyways, like the next thing you see is that he's like, I want to learn magic. And then the narration of, and he delved into magic and he learned everything that he could. And then that's it. Like, yeah, he learned
And
magic.
so he did. And the decision for him to learn magic would change the course of history forever. Change the course of history forever.
Anime over. That's it. That's all it was.
That's all there is.
If only.
But wait, there's more.
So then, cut to a boy and a girl sneaking out of their house because they don't want to meet somebody because who knows, he might be nice, but yeah, he's probably not nice. Yeah, they're talking about their dad. The girl then tries to go on the other side of the roof, slips and falls, and all of a sudden, this girl boy comes flying in, rescues her, lands down, and then he says his name, and she's like, "You're a boy?"
God, the worst.
Boys can't be this cute.
The worst.
Yeah. Oh my god. And she's like smitten with him the entire fucking episode, and not just smitten.
Oh, just the whole
like,
show.
Yeah,
but-
so far as every episode.
Yeah, but not even just smitten though. She is like all over him, like the worst.
Like crazy stalker status.
Yes.
Like stage 5 clinger.
Yes. There you
the
go.
show.
Stage 5 clinger. That's exactly what she is.
Ugh.
So then they decide to join the Night Runner school, and they
Yeah, wait.
all decide to become Night Runners, and he teaches them magic.
Totally.
Then you skip ahead, and he's now taught them magic.
Yep. 3 years have passed. We're now the best magic casters in the world.
So then they're going to school, and their uniforms are so lame.
Oh my god.
It looks like they go.
Oh, I
wanna
was
hear what
just
you
like,
have
why'd
to
they
say.
even put him in the female like dress too? But it's
They
just like, no,
didn't.
he just decided to wear short shorts.
No, they didn't. They all wear that.
Yeah, they all wear that.
All
but
the
his looked like a
9-year-olds.
dress because he decided to wear short shorts with his poofy little top.
No, the other boy did too.
But
they
he wore
have this,
pants.
They have this.
The other
stupid-
boy wore pants. Bugged the shit out of me.
Well, okay. Here's the thing: is the top that they have is basically like take like a little girl's
Sundress.
like not even her sundress, dude. Like her skirt, and then you put your head where the waist is, and you just have the skirt go down, and the skirt goes down to just below your waist, and then you've got your like your pants or whatever else that you have shorts.
It's
as he
horrible.
had
It's the
on.
worst.
It's so bad. with this maybe a tie. Is that right? Is that what it was? Was a tie kind of sort of?
It was a ball with a tie coming out of it.
It was a bolo tie. Welcome to the Philip Rivers School for Magic. Oh my god. So yeah, their uniforms are lame, and apparently dwarves are nightsmiths. And they
Oh,
run
yeah, and then
into
he's just
a
like-
dwarf.
Makes sense.
Is this when he makes a new wand? Because this pissed me so much off.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's like they find out that dwarves are nightsmiths, and then the one dwarf that they help because they all cast like the perfect high level spell on him, then takes them into the boss's place, and he wants to change everything, even the magic rods, and he makes a fucking gunblade.
Not even a gun blade. Like my favorite part was just like, aren't these like hard to like hold on to? And they're so large. I'm gonna make them more unwieldy and like just as large.
Yes.
It just bugged the crap out of me. I was like, all right, so he's gonna make like maybe a small one. Like I saw the gun aspect coming a mile away. I thought
yeah.
for sure it'd be like a handgun or something like that.
And then I
But
heard
no.
blade, and
No.
I'm like, oh
So-
god, he's making a gunblade.
Yep.
Yep.
And then, so they show it later, and I'm just going to skip ahead to this part when I was like, oh, look, they all have gun blades. the girl literally has a smaller version of Lionheart from Final Fantasy VIII. Like, The girl twin Addie literally has Lionheart. It's so fucking dumb.
Well, this whole anime so far is just stealing ideas from all over the place.
Steal everything.
I mean, it's very common, but still, this is ridiculous.
So the best is that he's talking about how he wants to change everything, even the suits, and he's like, "It's 100-year-old design. What could possibly be changed?" Oh, okay. Well, literally anything. It's 100
I also
years
like
old.
how they have like all these mechs and stuff like that, and all move around, but they still use horse and buggies. Just like
Yes.
we understand this technology exists, but we decide to not use it.
Well, and they don't. So that's where I've started, like, when they talk about like how it's like a state secret and whatnot.
Right.
I'm sure that like there's going to be this whole big twist of they harvest the power that they need for those from the demon beasts.
I hope it's not demon based. I hope it's just like it's actually like small children or something like more dark. It's just
It's
like
not going to be that dark.
It won't be that dark.
There's no way it's going to be that dark.
I think Eric's on the right path.
if it's just like the thing that you hate so much is what powers us as well. That's just so done.
Yeah, skipping through, it doesn't look like anything good.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh no, I just did like a quick speed read for like just like scanning for specific words, and I didn't see any of the words that would have been good.
Oh jeez.
All right.
Due to the ritual black sacrifice that these machines require.
I do like.
That would be so much better.
Instead, we're gonna get they run on sunshine and giggles.
What do you feel like, Chris?
Well, I do like when they're doing like the target practice, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got some good kids here. Hopefully, it doesn't go to their heads." And they're like completely missing the targets. And
Oh
everything.
yeah, they're horrible. One kid
It's a real
even
talent.
literally missed the target completely. But so the best is he's sitting there and he's telling all these things to the boss, and the guy goes, "You're a little on the eccentric side." No shit.
Oh, fucking otaku.
So yeah, fucking otaku. So Addie really still wants him, of course.
Of course.
He keeps referring to them as robots, and no one has any fucking idea what he's talking about. What's a robot? Why is everyone wearing dresses?
Touche, kid. Touche.
Yeah, and then they say, "What's a robot?" And it says, "What every man dreams of." Which, I'm sorry, the only shining star in this anime is his one-liners about what liking a robot is all about. I've got a few of them written down in here, and it's awesome. Oh yeah, so then they each have gunblades now, and then a giant demon beast killed a bunch of people at a castle. And that's it. Episode 1 over. Like, literally, all that shit that I read in there, and that's what we took out of it.
And I like that giant animantois or whatever that comes to attack them has like the most
giant
like
alligator snapping turtle.
yeah that has like the most like 8-tier name to it. Mm-hmm. Like so Japanese, just like it's a giant magma time, Sigma Beta Alpha, Omega version.
Behemoth.
Yeah, but then they said a lot more.
No, you
Behemoth.
forgot Behemoth.
Oh, Behemoth.
Yeah, you forgot Behemoth. I'm like, there was an extra word in there that you forgot.
Giga Behemoth.
So, yeah, the very first sentence in the next one, Behemoth, the giant demon beast tortoise.
But there's something else. It's like Sigma or
Right,
Divine.
yeah,
or
no,
they
something like that.
called it like a like an epsilon or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's like a
Just
destroyer
design
something
it.
class or
class
something.
thing, and they're like, this isn't anything. This is not that. That's bullshit. And then they just fucking kill them, or it just kills them. Okay. Oh, we totally forgot to make everybody cringe at the sounds of the intro and outro.
Oh God. Let's not.
No,
Well, there wasn't
I'm sorry.
really an intro or outro in the first episode. They
Yeah,
only
there
had
was.
the outro at the end.
Outro of the first episode is the intro of the second
yeah.
episode.
Yeah. So why don't we just start up now?
So now we're at episode 2, and everybody, I'm sorry I have to do this.
ナビゲーションラゴクリエーション世界立ち待ち揺れてターニューレボリューションヒーローレボリューション一瞬の間に光が立って
Jason refuses to join in on our dance party.
When was this anime made? Because this song has everything in it from like punk to
2
EDM.
years ago. 2017.
Good lord.
So it's technically not even 2 years ago. It's just 2 years ago because we're in 2019 now. The first episode aired on July 2nd, 2017. So it's a year and a half old.
Just like this entire anime so far, like that song is just like a mixture of like everything that they couldn't like make a decision on. Like
you want me to cleanse your
we should have
palate a
some
little bit,
EDM
Jason?
going on. No, we need some Celtic music. No, we need like they just kind of like kept listing off ideas for the music and just like what are we gonna find that's gonna have all that stuff in it?
So
Here you go.
Here's the thing that Chris and I were talking about before you logged on to the call is I was like, oh my god, like what is it with the bad intros for the shit that we're watching? Except for Erased, everything's bad. And Chris totally agreed and said, yeah, and the big problem is that I start watching other ones that we're not going to be able to do for this because you guys have already watched them. And I started watching one that has one of the best intros ever.
Which one? Oh.
See, this is what a real intro sounds like. For those of you that don't know, this is Log Horizon's intro. And it's so much better.
But this is older.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2014, I think, is when it came out.
Yeah. This is
But
like,
still-
hey, we liked POD a whole lot. We're gonna make that song again.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that you wrote the intro to Log Horizon.
What POD?
You said we like POD a lot, so let's make the intro.
I was making this like them. That's what they were saying.
Jason did it. Jason
I did it.
did
I'm
it.
the creative genius behind all of this.
Yes, but that's a better intro. I mean, Erased had a better intro. And the intro to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is way better.
Yeah.
And that's a brand new one. So for some reason, for a couple of years there, we got some crap.
Well, it's probably just because like these aren't the greatest animes, and so they're not getting like the greatest music talent to sign on with being used. If that makes sense.
Maybe.
I think that might be it because they're just like, I don't know anything about this anime. It sounds horrible. The first 15 minutes are a jumble. I don't think I want my song to be associated with it. I don't know.
Gate had a really good intro.
Which one?
Gate?
Was Gate all that bad? I don't think I've watched Gate yet.
No, you watched
Gate
Gate,
is good.
and Gate is a good one, but it wasn't like an A-list thing that was coming out.
I don't know.
I think it's just bad directing.
Maybe.
All right, who's ready for a long synopsis from Wikipedia?
Oh my lord! I'm gonna go get a drink, take a
There's
nap.
just so much that happens in these that like everything's just rapid fire, but it's like everything happens, but nothing happens.
This is very true. They
Yes.
they do jam a whole lot into this. It's just like, all right, what are you doing now? I'm still building this mech. Oh God! All right.
All right, Hero and Beast. Episode 2. Behemoth, the giant demon beast tortoise, attacks the gates of Cloquest Forest, where the guards die fighting it as one runs to the capital to request the knights for help. Back at the students' camp, Eru realizes something big must have scared the demon beast into going into their camp and witnessed the behemoth appearing. Sorry, some weird notification popped up on my computer. As the students evacuate, the senior student silhouette knights, led by Edgar C. Blanche, Helvey Obery, which I think is Big Boobs McGee, Dietrich Neitz, fight and distract the behemoth. After seeing one of his comrades killed by the behemoth's fire breath, which is not one of the ones that's listed there, obviously, because why list someone who's going to die immediately? Dietrich runs away in fear, which Eru follows him, knocks him out, and steals his Guerre silhouette knight. Oh, that's how you spell it. After improvising the Guerre's controls and improving its movements using his magic and programming, Eru rides the Guerre into battle and rescuing his seniors by stabbing the behemoth's left eye with a sword. Despite help from the Kingdom's silhouette knights, the behemoth is too strong to deal with thick armor and fire breath. In order to defeat it, Eru jumps onto the behemoth's head and casts lighting. Lighting. Another Wikipedia mess up. Into
Well, it's
his
just
wounded
assholes.
eye, which transmits into his brain, killing it. At sunrise, the surviving night runners are shocked to discover Guerre's pilot was not Dietrich, but Eru, having fun experienced fighting it. What? Having fun experienced riding a silhouette knight. That makes no sense. Eru tells his friends that he plans to make a custom silhouette knight for himself. Meanwhile, the king of Fremavilla takes on interest into Eru due to his deeds.
Ugh.
Which He was a dick at the end of that.
Hearing all of this just makes me super mad because it doesn't sound bad, but after now I can like replay it in my head. I'm just like, man, it was just so bad.
Yeah, see, if you were to go on it just by reading the synopsis, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Sweet.
But it's just so much of just like, I'm just going to do this. Why? Because fuck it.
Stuff and things.
Because stuff and things. Because
Oh my God.
magic.
Okay, so the very beginning of this episode, I had to rewind this and watch this a second time just because I started laughing when I first saw it. When they're ringing the bell. Did anybody else watch that part? Where it's just like, he's like, it's like they drew a frame of like bell ringing and they're like, no, it needs to be faster. It's like, ding, 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 ding.
Like totally janky as hell. Like,
It wasn't like a stable, it wasn't a stable thing at all. They just threw it in fast forward. Ding, 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 ding.
that was so bad. You're right. Yeah, the arm is ringing the bell. It was like 2 frames of animation. It's like, fuck it. We make it live.
Get those bell rings in.
I remember seeing that and being like, that looks stupid, but I didn't even like register it. Now you brought it up and I'm just like, oh my God, that was horrible. It was so bad.
So, and the giant, what looked like a bug at first, but we find out is a giant alligator snapping turtle demon
Mountain
beast,
thing.
behemoth epsilon class. How many other words can we throw in on this? Is so big that it literally squashes the silhouette knights like bugs. Like, okay, yeah, that's gonna work. It's like, you're not even as big as its foot, man. Come on.
You know, they're just like attacking the feet, like, yeah, take this.
And they're literally doing nothing to it.
Right.
Yeah. Then they cut back to the sister is now in love with Eru. So begin the harem.
Indeed.
And then they cut back to the behemoth at the thing, and he literally huffs and puffs and blows the castle down.
Well, I
man.
like when they first met the sister, and then she walks off, and he's just like, "So what's the plan here? Take her head on, ambush her, or what?"
No, yeah, take her at night.
Yeah. Do you want me to kill her? What are we gonna do? And then the brother's like, "Yeah, do it. You need to ambush her." Wait, what?
Wait, no, we're not gonna kill her.
But yeah, so begins the harem. So then
He's
chases
just like, I don't
after
care
the
about that. I
cavalry.
just care about giant robots.
Giant robots, all the robots.
I don't care about her big titties or the other big titties.
He did
Just
design the
robots.
first one for the Big Tit McGee, though. So
Yes, he did.
It's true.
That first one, they had Big Tits McGee do it. So he chases after the red suit, which runs away like a fucking coward, and I swear probably pissed himself. And he's just like screaming like a baby, too, the entire time that he runs away. Then he catches up to him, goes into the inside, knocks him out, and commandeers the thing. And
Dude, the guy's from high school and he just watched his friend get like blown away.
This is true, but see, they didn't explain that these were high school students. I thought that they were full-on like knights that were there to protect them.
No,
like,
it
I
was
didn't
just-
know
yeah.
that they were high school students until I read the fucking thing that said that they were high school students.
We also like skipped over one of my other favorite parts where they're just like, these animals probably came out of nowhere and they're running away from something. It was just like, oh yeah, wonder what could have been. We should keep our eyes peeled. And it's just like, all of a sudden, a 50-foot monster just appears out of nowhere.
I think it's more than that.
It has to be. It's just something gargantuan. It's just like, okay.
Where did this walking mountain come from?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was awfully dark here. Oh, that's because there's a giant tortoise standing
Yeah.
above us that we did not notice.
But anyway, he's running away and he gets caught up to, and he takes him out and he's just like, I'm going to use your thing. And he tries to reach the pedals and all this stuff,
And
then
he
he realizes
can't.
it's too short. So
Still.
instead of being like, well, I guess I'll just stand, he's just like, no, I'm going to rip this bitch apart and cram my guns into the machine.
2 gun blades, by the way.
Yeah,
he
he
has
has
2
two.
gun blades.
He now has 2. And I'm just going to wrap the cables around my gun blades because why not? And that
So
works.
This solved
And
the
then-
issue of him being able to reach the pistons, which he had a problem reaching the pistons. It still did not solve the issue of him not being able to reach the pedals.
Well, he solved it because he rewrote the whole program with the mech.
So he rewrote the programming of the mech to not need the pedals anymore?
Yeah,
or
so
the
he just-
stirrups, as they call them?
Yeah, he just used his magic to control it.
Magic.
We just got rid of the one
Watching this.
problem that's going to be this thing that he's going to try to solve forever when he already fucking solved it in the second episode.
Yeah. Why does he need to make a new
in like
one
10
now?
seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't need
Like,
a new
I'll just
one.
rewrite this.
You're done.
Done.
You did it. Here's your own.
Yay. Show
fight.
over.
Yep.
Please show over. Please.
But wait, there's more.
Oh God, no, not more. So then he rides the Guerre into battle after he reprograms the knight and optimizes it. It moves a lot faster with him at controls, and he jizzes himself while piloting, basically. Oh my God. And the remaining knights are just getting their asses handed to them. Oh man, what's
Well, he goes out
Oh,
there
and then-
immediately. He's
yeah,
just
and
like
then
having.
as he's coming in. I was trying to read what I was saying. I was like, what was I talking about in here? Yeah, as he's like flying in, all you hear is maniacal laughter, like coming over their radio system that they have. Is just this weird, crazy maniacal laughter. And then he pops in. They're like, oh no, that's just him. It's fine.
Yeah. He ran away screaming, but now he's back screaming bloody murder and laughing like a child. But
In
hey,
a completely different voice.
that's just how he powers up. He's went Super Saiyan.
And look
Stabs
at
this
him
fucking
go.
giant beast in the eye. Sounds great. Good
Yeah,
job, buddy.
stabs the giant beast in the eye, and it's like, rah, and he's like, awesome. This is what all robot pilots should strive for.
Now this is
looking
pod racing.
cool. This is
Yeah,
what he
looking
says.
cool. Yeah, that is what he says. Just need to look cool.
So cool.
Oh man. So then the other knights, like from the capital, come in and they start hitting it with giant pistons.
Yeah,
Like
spikes or
battering
something
ram
like
things.
that.
Like battery rams with a piston on the inside of it too, with like a giant spike in it. And then he just starts the giant tortoise just starts killing other robots, and he then says, "Only a robot can destroy a robot."
I must defeat this thing now.
Yeah. Which then they show the real reason why he does need to actually make a new one is because all of his crazy movement has just fucked over the joints for this thing. And the thing basically can't move now.
He's like, oh, that's what metal fatigue is. I'm just a programmer, so I have no idea what that is.
I was always told by engineers that my programs would do something like this, and I just thought they were stupid. Hey, mechanical engineer, what do you have to say now?
What a waste. And then he just does
fucking
like some
programmers.
super mega power up move that I don't really fully understand what it did. It was like, here come my green rings. And he jumps back.
He did an air blast, which hit the thing, and then he had the guy jump so that the air blast pushed them back because the thing was charging at them.
Got it.
And then when he got close enough, he grabbed onto the sword and then cast a lightning spell and just fried the brain because the thing went right into the back of the eye.
Which then they went into a super overly like detailed description
Oh,
of
yeah.
what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of the brain getting destroyed and then the light in the eye of the demon beast fading out to nothingness.
Well, then the
And how
narrator
it-
was just
how-
like, and now without the central nervous system, it couldn't have its magic
that
stuff
explanation
going.
Yeah.
was fuck.
No, it's
Just like
magic
5
stuff,
minutes
so
of
it can't
talking
support its heavy body.
And it then crushes itself under its own weight. Just like, thanks, Professor.
Yeah. I mean, you just fried its brain, so yeah, it's dead. I think it's going to fall down, sir.
Right, exactly. Couldn't you just showed us that, magic kill monster? Go boom boom. We're good.
Oh, Jesus.
We don't need all this crazy talking about whatever you're doing.
Cool, monster's dead.
True. No, that's exactly it. It's just like, cool, I'm glad you thought about the reasoning behind this killing the monster, but you could have done
But-
that with like anything else in this anime.
Yeah. So then the other high schoolers come up and they start Googleizing him. What's his name? Dimitri.
Yeah. Like,
They're talking about how great he's gonna be, or how great he was, and how much he's gonna be missed. And then all of a sudden, both of them pop out of the top of it, and they're like, "What?
you had a girl in there the whole time?
What were you doing with that girl in there?"
That's
You're
how I
a
thought
boy?
so well.
Jeez.
I had my little lolly trap
Hey.
in here.
if we have learned anything from watching some other mech anime, mech always work better when a girl is on her hindquarters and you're steering from the reaper.
It takes two
I've
to
seen
tango.
this anime before, and I know where it's going. Anyways, so then they're explaining what happened with the kid doing everything, and the king's like being a total dickbag. He's like, oh, well, he's probably got some ulterior motive, and he's going to try and overthrow and blah blah blah. Like, motherfucker, he's
Well, it's exactly
9.
what's going to happen.
No,
It's
he's 12.
100%.
I'm sorry, he was 12 at this point.
Right.
He's 12, dude. He ain't gonna do shit.
He's just really fucking stoked on robots.
Oh my god, he's got like a major robo boner for robots.
It's his hobby.
He's my hobby. Oh man, which then gives us the amazing outro music that I know that Jason is just dying to hear again. Want to hear it, Jason?
No.
Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes.
This one's actually better in my opinion because it could be totally in DDR and you'd be like, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's still not good though.
No, of course not.
No, it's not good at all. And it makes me wonder, like, oh yeah, I can see why they decided to put the intro music as the outro music in the first one because the outro music sucks and they had to put
Right.
something in there. But they did follow the... Alright, I'm turning this off. They did follow the same recipe that Erase did to where they put the intro music at the end of the first episode, which a lot of animes do.
A lot of, yeah,
At
that-
least
that's
Erase
pretty
had
common.
good music. for its
Some of the best
intro.
music, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, 2 episodes to go for this. And only 9 more to go after this.
Ugh.
Yay.
Everyone's totally listening in now,
Oh.
gripping to their seats of this phenomenal podcasting that they're listening to.
Everybody, I want to apologize. I'm not apologizing like as much as I did when we were watching Asabi Asabase and it started getting like super cringy. You know, like when the teacher tasted the water thinking that it was going to be pee and then going, oh, it's just water.
Damn it.
We're always going to come back to that one, Jason. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That is the worst.
That is the low point of where we could have gone.
Low point
Pretty
or high
close.
point?
And it's not just because it's cringy, it's just because it's not good. Oh.
It's just...
All right.
So here we had a full episode of them just building shit. Next.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta read this. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. All right.
Episode 3, Scrap and Build. Eru is summoned by the king who wants to reward him any prize for defeating the behemoth. Much to the court and his grandfather's shock, Eru asks for the classified schematics of the ether reactor, the heart of the Silhouette Knight. When Eru explains he wants to make his dream Silhouette Knight and ride it as his hobby, the king is amused with his answer and agrees to Eru's request if he built an improved Silhouette Knight first. One of the king's advisors, Marquis Salati, Stefania, Addie, and Kid's father tells those children to report... What the fuck? Wow, that's a lot of shit to explain a person. One of the king's advisors, Marquis Salati, Stefania, Addie, and Kid's father. All that to explain one guy.
This fucker.
Tells his children to report to him if Eru is successful so he may inform the king. Bitch, fucking dickbag. Meanwhile, Eru explains his plan to improve a Silhouette Knight's performance to dwarf friend Batson. Was it Batson, really? I don't know. And his senior Silhouette Knight engineer, David, who is just referred to as boss, who is impressed with Eru's idea. Using Helvi's Trandorcus. Wow, that's really how it's spelled?
Yes. It was...
Trandorkis.
Yes.
Trandorcus. Add an S in there and you have a nerdy transvestite.
Yes. It's for Tits McGee, too, which is not,
Yes, it is
not
for
good.
Tits McGee.
Not good boating.
So, Using
You know what a
Helva's
dork is too,
Trandorcus-
right? Yes. This is the trans Dorcas.
As a testbed, Eru and Dwarven engineers improved the Trandorcus' strength by 30% using stranded crystal tissue and adds two side arms armed. No, they're back arms. This is wrong. They are back arms, not side arms. They do not come out of the side. They come straight out of the back. With magic rods behind its back, so the silhouette knight can fight close range and cast spells at the same time, which they never really show them fighting and casting at the same time.
No, and it's like, I love it on how they're just like, yeah, this is such a problem. It's just like, all right, I've only seen like 2 of them ever carry shields. What are the other fuckers doing with their other hand? I'm pretty sure you could hold on to a staff and a sword. But whatever.
Eru and
What
Boston
two
also
steps?
built silhouette gears, human-sized mech suits, so that Addie and Kid can learn how to operate silhouette knights. With the improvements done, the Transdorcus, now named Telestal, performed well for its first test run. Later, Helvis's Telestal battles Edgar's Earlcumber. Wow, so bad. In a mock match, and almost win before the Telestal runs out of mana. Later that night, the engineers celebrate the Telestal's success, and Eru thinks of more silhouette knight ideas, unaware that another group is spying on their work.
I love it how like all of his ideas are just like this bugged me so much because there's like these have been around for 300 years and the last like update was made 100 years ago, and it's just like no one ever thought of like basic upkeep ideas. Like it's just blows my mind. But you know, yeah, whatever.
So, going into the trap thing, immediately at the very beginning, he's standing before him and the king says, "The report said the child was a boy. It's true, right. I can prove it if required."
Straight to the point. I like that. I like that.
That's how Chris gets his traps to show themselves as well.
Straight to the point.
Prove it.
Prove your trappiness.
Oh yeah, and then this is when I realized that we're not going to hear his real voice anymore because his internal thoughts are all just of the kid's voice,
Yep.
which just suck. Wishes to learn how to make the ether reactor. Why is it so important to you? Because it's my hobby. Hee hee. Twinkle.
And I like it how there's just like he like had like a whole inner monologue about like I gotta be careful here, you know, I don't want to make a fool of myself and all that jazz like that. It's just like, bitch, give me the secrets because I'm just a giant otaku. He's just like, no, you didn't have to have that inner monologue. You just blurted it out like an idiot.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Oh my god. So then the king laughs and tells him to build a chassis. Then the father wants the two to spy on Ernesti because he's a giant dickbag. Oh man. This is just, oh man, yeah, it's just so cool. Oh, somebody does come up and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he literally says, "Living the dream." Which, as I've learned from recent memes, whenever a white person says "living the dream," it means that they're slowly dying on the inside.
Because of the dark sacrifices needed to make these mechs run.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely not giggles.
Mega forearm mech to hold rods. Really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
they don't have to be shaped like humans. Okay, well, what's that mean? Let's just add 2 more arms on it. Like,
I know, like, it's just like, oh, you're gonna make like some kind of like beast or something like that? Okay. No, I'm just gonna put some extra arms on it. They don't have to be functional or anything. Just to hold on to these other rods, which also
where's my
looks
fucking
stupid.
Ligerzoid?
Right. And why
Just
didn't you like
make a
make,
Liger, man?
or why didn't you give them gun blades? Like, you can do it
Yes!
yourself, but why don't you
Yes!
give them gun blades?
That right there. I think
Right?
we've now stumbled on to episode 6.
Just you wait.
Oh my god. Yeah, because they have the same exact like little fucking wand, just a giant fucking
Just a giant
version.
version,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah. So gunblades, they're totally coming.
Gunblades.
Right? Oh no. Missile launchers to just shoot a bunch of those rods. They use rods to fire rods.
I'm gonna hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
I'm the motherfucker who's gonna punch a motherfucker with this motherfucker that shoots a motherfucker. Oh my god. So, yeah, so 4 arms, 2 to hold rods and 2 to hold swords, or 1 a sword and 1 a shield. Who fucking knows? They talk about how they have to switch between them, but they never show them using the sword and the rods at the same time.
Right.
In 2 episodes of fighting that we've seen with this, you never see that actually happen.
They saw him be like, I'm going to use all 4 for rods and just blast somebody.
This is true.
But never like, all right, good thing I had this in tandem because that switching's been a major problem for us.
So the twins want to learn too, so he basically makes jumpsuits, hoplites. He calls them like mini silhouette gears or whatever.
Yeah, silhouette gears, I
they're-
think.
Yeah, they're basically hoplites. That's all that they are. It's just an exosuit thing that somebody gets into. But Dietrich shows up and has made a complete 180.
Which is good.
And-
I think that's some great. That's like the only character development I've seen so far. And I was just like, hey, you know what? That's great. He made a fool of himself. He was shamed forever. Like, he could have just easily been like the crybaby forever, but instead he's just like, come on, pick up yourself by your bootstraps. Let's move and train some more because I fucked up.
Until we have to actually watch him in a fight, and he's probably going to end up like a whiny little bitch again.
Probably, I'm sure.
Probably. This is when we see Big Boobs McGee is test piloting the suit. And we call her that because literally all that you can see is her face and her boobs.
Yep. Shiny anime titties.
It looked like she wasn't wearing a top at all when she was inside the cockpit. Like, you couldn't even tell that she had a top on. It just looked like boobs were pressing up against metal, and that's it.
That's how she controls the other arms. That's why she was chosen. It all makes so much more sense.
So, yeah, she's never they apparently just make a HUD. So, sure, let's make a HUD and
We have HUDs now.
and a targeting system and everything. Like, yeah, magic.
Guys-
Totally magic.
The way they explain it sounded like the HUD was already there.
Well, they had like
we
a
just
window
add targeting
that they could see
protocol
through.
to it.
Yeah, it's super simple. Just targeting protocol.
Just add it. Protocol in there, you know. Add a little
Get some
joysticks.
JavaScript running. Yeah, JavaScript, little C++, little C sharp. We can do this, right?
Let's sequel that bitch.
Totally.
No, not SQL. They have to pay rights to Microsoft for that. So then she succeeds in firing with the arms, gets like one shot off, and then it's like, fuck yeah, boom, 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 and just keeps fucking firing at like a piece of wood that barely gets scathed by the fire that she's doing at it.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's pretty strong wood.
Yeah, super
KO
strong wood.
Ken.
So then she has a test battle against Edgar and knocks him back quickly and then depletes her mana. Like, super quickly. Like, faster than a supercharged Z06 running flat out on a track. Chris got that one. Jason, did you get that one?
Drifting. I don't know.
No. There was a supercharged Z06 that was like over 1,000 horsepower that literally got like 1 mile to the gallon. So it could run about 15 minutes on a track before you needed to refuel.
Nice. America.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. So then you see spies abound everywhere.
Goddamn spies. Magic spies.
Spies like us. So yes, there are spies everywhere. They don't even look that sinister. They just
don't.
look like a bunch of
You're just hanging out in a
gnomes.
bar.
Yeah, they're just hanging out at a bar. Literally, the very beginning of the next episode, just hanging out at a bar.
And it's like they're like spying, but it's just like these are giant fucking like mechs, and people are seeing this happen like every day.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're having to spy on anything. It's just like, hey everyone, check out this new thing that I just built. Okay, spy.
Yeah, literally everybody in the fucking school is there while they're building this.
Right. And just like the moon landing, everyone is able to keep that stuff tight-lipped.
Uh-huh.
That it was totally fake.
It was fake.
Of course.
It was fake.
Tight-lipped, man. Shout out to all of them for keeping that stuff under their hats. They did such a good job at that.
Hey, man, I've seen pictures of that studio in fucking California, man. The moon landing was a hoax. I'm telling you.
Totes.
Toads.
Totes.
Toads McGoats, man. Speaking of which, they did a drunk history about that and how dumb the idea was. It was great. Okay, so episode 4, Light and Shadow. While Eru and the engineers try to find a way to fix the Telestale's high mana consumption, Eru also builds weapons for the Silhouette gears, including an automatic crossbow. Addie and Kid reports to their father about the Telestale's performance, which he in turn informs Marquis Dixgard. Under Marquis Dixgard's orders, the Order of the Scarlet Rabbit has 3 Telestale Silhouette Knights brought to Fort Casadeias. When did they make 3?
Yeah, I know, right?
I was wondering that during that part. It's like, oh, okay, they're all piloting one now.
Right.
Okay. It's like Gundam when they made like the one, and then all of a sudden there's like 50 million of them. All right. Anyways,
Magic.
to Fort Casadeias.
They have 4 arms now, so
where the Marquis will inspect and test the knights personally. Yeah, he ain't doing shit. He's old as balls. During the journey, the Scarlet Rabbit convoy is ambushed by a shaker worm demon beast, which Edgar, Helvey, and Dietrich in their Telestales are able to defeat, and which impresses Knight Commander Fredholm and the Scarlet Rabbits.
and he just jumps out and takes care of them himself. He's just like, I got this. No need for these fucking mechs.
Unaware by everyone, the ambush was set up by the Order of the Bronze Fang, the spies who have been observing Eru's work. At Fort Casadeias, Marquis Dixgard, who dislikes Eru for breaking the status quo on knight design, meets Eru personally. After telling Eru that he will be reporting all new Silhouette Knight designs to the king, the Marquis is flabbergasted that Eru doesn't mind, nor is he interested in fame or riches, since he wants to make newer and better Silhouette Knights. Eventually relents. As Eru's friends head to Fort Casadeias to get him, the Order of the Bronze Fangs causes a demon beast attack at a nearby village to lure out the Order of the Scarlet Rabbit so they can attack Fort Casadeias. Wow, that's so much shit.
And none of it is as intriguing as it sounds.
Yes. I think it's because it's done so dry.
I maybe it's just because there's like nothing new. Maybe if we weren't so jaded and like seen so many animes that we would be able to be like, this is like totally original and like
maybe, yeah,
fun.
if we hadn't watched any of these types before.
We haven't seen anything, cool. And this is like, and you're just like, if you were like me, and I was just like, I want a mech or I want a fantasy-based anime, and they're just like, here you go, you fucking idiot, fucking mech anime right here with fantasy-based, and you'd be like, oh shit, and you hadn't seen anything else, you'd probably be like, great, this is everything I ever wanted, sans traps. I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it is because I am just.
Well, because the problem is that there's traps and no lolly. So far, Jason
Damn it,
doesn't
Eric,
have
you
any
nailed
lollies.
it. We got the big old anime titties. We got the traps. We're sans lolly right now, and our bingo card is not yet filled, and it's really pissing me off. That's definitely it.
We've got the otaku.
Got the otaku, that's right. The harem's starting up.
The harem's already in there. We're going for blackout bingo at this point.
We have to. They're hitting everything else on it. OP, main character.
Yeah, protagonist.
Yep.
Yeah, we got it all going on right now. We just need
the best part is that again, there's the whole OP protagonist. There's big boobs McGee. There's the trap. All of this can be found in That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, but done well.
Done very well. Not. I shouldn't say well, just done entertainingly.
Yeah, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is pretty damn good.
It's good,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say, like, it's falling into the problem where I'm just like, okay, there's no problem. Like, it's just like, whatever. Kind of like the way smartphone, like, started just, like, drown on and, like, got really boring.
You're behind on the dub.
I am. Well, I'm not even
Chris and
watching
I
the
are
dub. I'm
further
just
ahead.
behind on it in general.
Yeah, Chris and I are further ahead.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
It better. Because
Shit
it's
go
like,
down,
I'll just solve it
dude.
by doing things.
Well, that is literally how you solve things, Jason.
Is by doing things? You solve problems
No one
by doing
ever
things,
solves
Eric?
anything by sitting on their ass. Didn't your dad teach you that when you were growing up?
No, that's why I live so great. I do nothing. Problems are solved.
All right. Oh, man. So then, yeah, it's at this point that Addy throws his own way of thinking at him, even though they still never do anything, where he had said earlier, it doesn't have to be shaped like a human, and then he just kept making it a human with 4 arms, and she's like, well, it doesn't have to be shaped like a human. And he's like, what?
I hate that it was your idea, though.
Yeah.
It could be shaped like a bear.
What? It could be shaped like a liger? What's a liger? It's a tiger and a lion together.
What are those?
Bred for their magic.
It's like a robot. What's a robot?
Fuck.
Compute.
Does not compute. What's computing? Oh my god. So yeah, he adds a grappling hook and a crossbow to the hoplites. I'm calling them hoplites. Fuck his stupid words
gear.
for them.
This
They're
also pissed me off too, because just like, why are you adding all these like weapons and anti-personnel weaponry to like these things are just training things? Oh, I don't know, just for fun. It's just like, man, could you be like foreshadowing any more?
Yeah, the foreshadowing is that shit's gonna go down. Kids still can't fit into them. People that can fit into them suck. That's it.
Yep.
The thing that I was really thinking was that he was building these exosuits so that then the kids could ride in the exosuits
That's what I thought,
inside
too.
the robots.
That's what I thought they were gonna do too. They get in the suits and they get in the robot. Yeah, that's what I
Give
was
me a
totally
robot inside a robot. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna
Problem
hit a motherfucker
solved.
with another motherfucker. 100%. I was all for that. And then they're just like, no, it's just training.
I was thinking it's more like to build the Silhouette Knights faster. It's like, oh, now I got this mech. I can lift so much more.
That's true.
But they're not using it for that. You're using it to play fucking tag.
Yep.
They're using it to run around. And there is the whole thing about like them having to regulate their mana consumption and blah 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 blah
Sure.
blah.
And then he's just blasting through walls with his crossbow. It's just like, you think this is safe to firing town? It's just like, yeah, go for it.
Fuck it.
Well, and the best part is that like you're thinking that it's like a magic crossbow that it's gonna fire out, like that they put a gun blade onto that thing. Nope, it's literally just using a pulley to fire off giant bolts of metal
They're going through a solid chunk of wood and a wall.
and a wall towards town,
Towards town.
towards people.
Towards people.
Fuck 'em.
Everyone's dead. Fuck them. It's totally safe.
Whatever
Oh
for
my
my hobby,
God.
bro.
Yeah, it's just my hobby. It's murder.
Murder was the hobby that they gave me.
It was murder the whole time. That was the inside.
I just got
That's
really
what they
into
run off
robots
of.
because really good at murder.
Really good at murder.
Wait. He invented Bender?
Yes.
Yes. That's in a later
All right.
episode.
He is a robot. Oh my god, that's the twist. He's the robot, man.
And then he invents the Bender bot, and later on we find out that he is the old man that's in Futurama.
Oh, good
That's
news,
it.
everyone. We just broke it.
No. Wait, didn't Mom invent the Bender robots?
Technically, yeah. Well, no. Farnsworth invented the robots, the Bender unit. Yeah.
Was invented by Mom, right?
No, that was done by Farnsworth.
Oh, that was by
And Mom's
Farnsworth.
Tits McGee.
Good news, everybody. As Jason just said. Oh man! All right,
Crack
so
the
they
code.
send the Telestale info to the Knights Lab, as they call it, and then the twins are falling for the father's BS, which is just fucking stupid. Marquis summons everyone and the Knight unit. Convoy's attacked by 3 giant worms. Suddenly, all 3 are in modded knights. As I said, I'm like, oh, okay. They're all like, when did this happen? They made one. I thought.
I know,
thought they made.
It
the
takes
one
no time to
Telestale.
design this stuff. It's just like, obviously, resources are not a problem.
Not at all.
Resources aren't a problem at all. It doesn't really matter. But seriously, though, they only talked about the one Telestale.
Yep.
The entire time, it's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3.
Yep. 3. Here they all
Magically
are.
3. And then they.
Oh, you
then
only
they
want the 3 of our 300 that we have?
And then they technically refer to it as the one unit when they get back to the thing too. It's like a really bad like plot loophole that they just decided to do. Like, I am this.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna
Done.
need 3 later on in the storyline, but we don't want to talk about them building it. They built them already. They should just take them all now. Mm-hmm. Oh.
They're now all new
Okay.
types.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all new types. Yes, that's it. Oh, so
Just
we
like a
find
game,
out
you
that-
upgrade once, and then all the other units that come out from there on out are the upgraded ones.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Yep.
Although that I will say that his whole idea of taking the things and braiding them was actually probably a good idea.
Well, yeah, that was basic understanding. If you run a cart like a horse and buggy, like they all are doing, then you understand that braiding rope works better.
But they apparently did not.
They
and
did not
run
understand
horse and
that, yeah.
buggies, and they should have figured that out, right?
Right.
Nope.
Oh man. So then we find out that the
It
Bronze
takes
Fang is
multiple
the group
people
of-
to develop these things over hundreds of years.
No, it takes one fucking otaku 6 months
Right.
max.
Yeah.
If that. I think it was an afternoon, literally.
Before him, tons of people over hundreds of years.
Wait, are you saying that this one otaku is 300 people?
He's the best programmer, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, he is the best programmer.
He builds robots for his hobby.
It's his hobby.
Building
It's his-
robots.
You don't understand. It's his hobby, Eric.
It is his hobby. This is true. That's the best part. Is like it's my hobby, not it's my passion. It's my love. It's my hobby.
Yeah.
It's my hobby. 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 All right. So Addie then re-demonstrates how head over heels she is over him. So yay! Thank you very much. Let's see here. Ernesti's in the mech. The fort. Everyone thinks that he's up to something. He just wants robots. Gives the Marquis a detailed breakdown. Like literally, I think that he busted out like a bound book.
Yeah,
and
he did.
handed
He's just
it
like,
to him.
here's all the details, but I'm going to give you more. I'm going to tell you everything of my plans on making it all the better. Steal it all for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Marquis takes over. He's like, "Oh, okay, that's fine. Now I don't have to explain it to the king."
Do you want an arch enemy? This is how you get an arch enemy.
And then the Marquis says, Why are you even pretending to be a normal child?" And he goes, "Relax, this might take a while." Several days later. And then, oh yeah, the kids, the twins and the older sister are all confronting the father about like all that's going down. And they have this conversation about how like, oh, it doesn't matter. But you know who really should be worried? You, because I know that school didn't close.
I thought that was so cheesy. And then they all like reacted like he was serious. And I was just like,
Yeah.
it can't be this bad writing. It can't be.
No, it is. It is that bad of writing. The absentee father who has literally illegitimate children that he is talking to made a joke about school being closed.
Fade to black. That's how
Then we
they're.
find
That's
out-
how they're powered. Giggles.
I'm
giggles and
satisfied.
rainbows.
I'm so sad.
Then we find out that the Guer is almost like an entirely new unit, and they need to take it to the Marquis, and then the other group has some Black Knight, which is probably going to get his ass kicked because it's not as strong. Like, we've already seen how much stronger these units are using just the braided shit.
I know. Like, how is this intimidating? It's just like, ooh, we have our own mech. It's just like, that's great, but as we've just demonstrated, nobody's upgraded shit in hundreds of years. So
Yes,
Yeah.
but Jason, you're forgetting one thing. It's black.
it is black,
It is black.
and that's
sinister looking.
usually like the highest like upgraded value is when
either
when
that or
it goes-
Just gonna
maroon.
paint it black.
yeah
Maroon. Zex Marquis had that other one that had the fucking like heat whip thing. That thing was maroon. That was way better than black.
not black, man.
Gotta be black. Yeah, they call you one as long as it's black.
Red and black is like the ultimate power mode, so that's true.
Yes, this is true.
All right, we'll go with that.
All right. So that is episodes 1 through 4 of Knights and Magic. We here at I Bit It First and Cutscene would like to apologize to everybody for making you watch this anime. However, we are going to make you watch this anime for 2 more episodes. So you got another month of this, people. Sorry.
It's fun. No, if anything, it's kind of nice to be able to just rat on something for a little while.
You mean because of the fact that we get to watch a dub instead of a sub?
That is nice too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big proponent on either side. Like I can do subs or dubs, but not having to read and take notes at the same time, or being able to just kind of like roll your eyes and really get into that eye roll and not have to worry about
Yeah.
skipping anything is nice too.
Yeah, the one perk and the reason why we really were happy to do a dub was because it takes so long to watch these and take notes at the same time.
Right.
Like a long fucking time. You basically double each episode. So watching 2 hours worth of anime ends up being watching 4 hours worth of anime. So you're welcome, people.
You're
I don't
absolutely
know.
yeah.
You
You're
don't have
welcome
to
that we
take
get to
notes.
be lazier.
You don't have to take notes. We have to take notes. But yeah, I'm not like I mean, it can only go up from here, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, hopefully there'll be some mega twist that none of us have seen or read about further, and everything else is a lie, and it'll be like, just like, oh, damn, this is actually like super deep and not garbage. I don't know.
No. They won't.
No, I'm pretty sure that it is just a trap harem.
Cool, then we're gonna have fun just ripping it to shreds. Next time on Cutscene, this anime sucks balls.
Oh my god, it's so bad. But I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
We could be watching like the original cut of Dragon Ball and get stuck in like the dead zone or whatever the fuck it was called with Garlic Jr.
Any of those massive or Bleach, get like what, 4th season of Bleach where it's just like garbage filler episodes after filler episode.
Oh man, all the filler stuff sucks balls so much.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we like the smaller like series. Something like this, 12, 13 episodes. Generally, it's good because there's no filler. It's all story and it's all written by the mangaka. God, this mangaka sucks at this.
So yeah, this is a great
Info
case in
dump,
point for
info
you
dump,
guys to
info
really
dump.
send us emails about what you want us to watch next, because obviously we suck at choosing them.
Oh man, right now the one that I have in mind for the next one sounds like it's gonna be really bad, but I've already watched 3 episodes into it just to make sure, and it's up to snuff. So if somebody else gives us something else, then we can switch to it, because the next one's gonna be like another fantasy type one. But if you got anything, definitely shoot it over to us. Cutscene at IBateItFirst, or you can go to facebook.com/cutsceneibif, or you can go to facebook.com/IBateItFirstCom as well, so that you can give us any of your ideas for doing this, or you can find us on Twitter at IBateItFirst as well.
Anything, just let us know. We need the ideas so that we can tear into like some other good stuff.
And we need to get to a better anime.
we need to get. Although I mean, I guess if we're gonna be watching some garbage, it's kind of worth it sometimes too. Because if we were just sitting here being like, it's just so good. I am enjoying this anime a lot, and then it was just so fun. It'd feel a little forced, I guess. I don't know. Being able to just be like, yeah, this is dumb. This is dumb, bitch. They're dumb. It's fun.
Jason, you know what would be better than watching this?
But
If we were watching Laid Back Camp.
oh god,
That would be better than watching this anime.
did you watch it?
I have not finished. I've watched a few episodes. That is my. If I really need to go to sleep, I will put that on.
It may be worth it just because it sounds so ridiculous. I watched.
Oh no! The first few episodes are great, but it's so sleepy. Oh man!
I kind of felt that a little bit about High Score Girl or whatever that new one
yeah.
on Netflix is. It was
I am
really
not-
good.
No, I'm not going anywhere near that anime after some of the screenshots that Chris sent us.
There's just those 2 scenes that was just ridiculous because they
Yeah.
wanted to show that girl is just annoying as fuck. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's
Otherwise, it's
actually
fun.
a very nice.
And that's why I
sex
had to
life.
take those screenshots. Was just like, what the fuck? This is out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere indeed.
Out of nowhere, let me see if there's actually a bone in your penis.
Yes.
I need
Out
to
of
make
nowhere.
sure with my hands on my eyes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, ridiculous. But it's really good cut back to arcade culture. And, a lot of the stuff that he talks about, like I said, it just feels like a giant Capcom commercial. But that's okay because it's talking about stuff from like the 90s. And I just remember all my time in the arcades. Even though a lot of these games weren't in America at the time, I still have fond memories.
Some of
it.
those games, like Street Fighter,
Like Street Fighter and all that jazz,
those
like
were
that,
definitely
absolutely.
in it.
You know, I remember all that jazz, and it was really fun to kind of like listen to the stories and how the culture was really founded. And I found that way more interesting than anything else that was in the actual storyline.
Oh yeah.
But as we've been saying, they just finished up episode 13 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. That's a great anime that's currently going right now. They just finished up Goblin Slayer, which was awesome. So
Did
if
they
you haven't
finish
watched
it,
Goblin Slayer
or are
yet-
they gonna renew it?
Oh,
It's
they renewed
renewed.
it. They put a to be continued thing at the end of Goblin Slayer will return, but the season's over completely. It was
Cool.
a 12-episode season. It's completely done. And they just started up Mob Psycho 100 season 2.
Which
So
was called
there's
101 or 102.
102. There's better anime out there that you can watch, people.
But please watch this stuff and listen to our shitty
watch
podcast.
this with us. Obviously, do not but don't only watch this, because if you only watched this, you would hate both yourself and anime all at the same time. And we don't want that. We want you to love anime. That's why we do this, because we love anime.
If anybody has not listened to or not watched anime and they're listening to this podcast, I don't know how they found us.
It's probably your mom.
It's probably my mom. Sorry, mommy.
Hi, Mom. And we know that Jenny listens to this. Hi, Jenny.
Listen to my son's podcast.
I know my mom doesn't listen to this shit, so I'm not the one that has the supportive mother. Anywho,
My mom's not that supportive to listen to this crap.
she'll just pretend that she watched it and make you like casseroles and shit.
Yeah.
It's fine.
She'd make a casserole tonight.
Yeah. All right. So that about does it for this first installment of Knights and Magic. Your homework, everybody, is to watch episodes 5 through 8. If you want to send us hate mail because of it, go right ahead. I'm
Good luck,
really
yeah.
sorry, everybody. You got to. If we have to watch it, you have to watch it, and that's all I have to say.
Hooray! Cutscene for the win.
It's a hate relationship, everybody. All right. See you later. Have a great 2 weeks, everyone.
Jules, here we come.
So bad. I mean, like, it's not Asabi Asabase bad.
It's
pretty
cringy. It's just
bad.
not.
Yeah, but
nothing
that we
really to
knew
it.
what we were getting into of it being super cringy. This
This is true.
just
We
like,
thought that this was going to be better.
this is gonna be good, and it's just like cringe after cringe. It's just like unnecessary cringe.
Mm-hmm. But not even just cringe. It's just kind of like, nah.
Yeah, just like oh, okay.